very religious family. We have a unique, I think, experience because we're not part of the mainstream Muslim community in terms of we're not Arab, we're not Indian, and those are usually the bigger populations. So being an African Muslim is having to deal with being in the minority. But it's been a really good experience growing up in my household. We went to Sunday school. Our parents regularly, read the Quran to us. So we grew up having that religious life in our home, but at the same time, it was a very moderate lifestyle, I think. My parents were very aware of being Muslim, but also being American and having that balance. I actually didn't start wearing it until the summer before I entered college, so about 3 years ago. And it wasn't expected of me until I started to get older, I think in my teenage years, because that's generally the time that, according to the religion, girls should start dressing more modestly. Eventually became something that I had to think about doing, and social pressure and just trying to understand, do I want to stand out, do I want to look different, especially post 9/11, you just want to do everything you can to look like everybody else. I was prepared for that, the role of being an ambassador for my religion. I wanted it to be a very personal, private thing, but here I was publicly declaring that I'm a Muslim because I cover my hair. And I'm also very passionate about women's empowerment, and that's something a lot of people find contradictory. With Islam, they think it's a religion that maybe doesn't see women in a very high esteem or doesn't give them a lot of opportunities. And so having to deal with criticism on both sides made me realize that I needed to be very confident in my religion and who I was, because otherwise people are basically going to manipulate me into whatever they want me to be. I have Fridays off, so I try to go as often as I can, even though it's not compulsory for women to go. I think it's a very important part of my religion, and it helps give me that weekly reminder about my religion values, how to apply it to my daily life. And I just want that interaction with Muslims too, because most of the time I'm not around them. And it's nice just to have that, sense of support and kind of brotherhood and sisterhood. I hope that I can use my skills and my time and energy to better the Muslim community, whether it's like through social justice or civic activism. I hope to also just interfaith work, I think, is that's one of the biggest things I wish I had more time for right now, but I'd love to get into that, and working in the media, which is something a lot of Muslims are not comfortable with, or that they feel like they're left out of. I hope that I can actually be a more active and an active role in the community in that sense. The thing about Islam is it's not supposed to be just a formal religion, it's supposed to be a way of life. Every day of my life I remember it simply just by putting on this headscarf. But in terms of my interaction with people, I do my best to try to have those Islamic values.